I'm Anya. I'm one half of the Tweeks, and a few weeks ago at Comic-Con, I got to interview the cast of Supergirl, and it was so much fun because Supergirl is one of my favorite shows, and in this part of the interview, you get to see me interviewing Jimmy Olsen, Winn, who is played by my favorite person of all time, Jeremy Jordan. Oh, that was amazing. And Hank, and the executive producer of the show.
That's me. Every actor has their phone on selfie mode. Yeah, we're selfish. It's horrible. You know, we ended up lip locked at the end, and it's weird that the first scene of You See Me in episode 1 is our wedding, so that's kind of weird. No, it's just like
quickly.
No, yeah, it's very quick. No, it's millennials. It's it's like any relationship that's just beginning. It's like there's ups and downs. It's kind of tumultuous a little bit. It's a workplace romance. It has a bunch of different things. So we ever take our time.
Right.
Basically, yeah. I love it. I mean, I love it, and I think I can speak for everybody when I say that we all love it. We see a lot of possibilities of this catering to a younger demographic. That's kind of who we are anyway, right? We fit the demographic of the people who are watching, right? I think CBS, there was a disconnect between our show and the demos that they have.
Yeah.
And not to say that CBS didn't do a good job, like they gave us an incredible launching pad, and we're very grateful to them, but it's just a better fit. It's kind of like playing for the Patriots and getting traded to the Giants.
Yeah.
Like either team's gonna do well, but they run different offenses, right? So I watch Flash. I've not been able to see as much Arrow as I like, but I love Arrow.
Yeah.
Legends of Tomorrow, I'm getting into now, which is great. It's great stuff, man. Yeah. Berlanti knows what he's doing. An episode that I thought was really fun to shoot. Number 107, Human for a Day. Whereas earthquake that happened, and I think I climbed up an elevator shaft, and I jumped off stuff, and she broke her arm, and I was taking pictures, and she saved some. And it actually really sort of spoke to me that she was able to save this convenience store from being robbed without having powers, right? So it kind of, for me, it was like, you don't have to be a superhero to save the day, And I just thought that was actually a really incredible message at the time, and I almost tear. I'm really sensitive, very sensitive. So when I don't touch me. And so when I read the script, I got teared up a little bit. I was like, because there was this really cool speech about you don't have to have powers to be a hero. I was like, hope my little cousin sees this. Yeah, So thank you. Good question. I hope not. That guy sucks. I'm kidding. No, we're great. We have a bro-to-bro conversation about what's going on with Kara, so I think that's natural to have, and I think everybody's looking forward to that. It's also good for Jimmy to see an old friend, and he gives me some advice with Kara, and I give him some advice with Kara as well. Actually, now I think about it. And there's a big surprise character-wise coming for Jimmy this season that I can't talk about, but I keep watching, and it's amazing. I'm very happy. It doesn't affect Jimmy at first, and then it does. So he's very hard on Kara. And of course, I don't like that, but what can I do about it? But then, what can I say without giving that away? What happens is some shifting in the workplace.
Nice transition.
Oh God. Good. Hi, Kay. Hi, guys.
How's it going?
Good. Everybody at every table, there's been one Superman shirt, or superhero, supergirl, super person shirt. It's very exciting. What's up? Winn never meets Snapper. So maybe he won't be around to meet Snapper. So there's definitely some shakeups in the workplace environment in the show. So you know, Kara's getting a new job. James is kind of making a move. And Winn's gonna finally be able to like realize his full potential as you know, the genius that he is, and maybe stop being just the IT guy. So those are very exciting new things that you'll find out right off the bat. So yeah. That part of it is really exciting to us. I mean, you know, I love doing the crossover with Grant. I don't know how they're going to do it since we're in a different universe, but I'm sure they'll figure something out. Maybe the Flashpoint thing messes everything up, but no, we're super pumped about it. You know, I think it's going to allow the show to be a little bit more comic book driven. You know, really cater a little bit more to like, you know, that audience, because you know, on CBS we're trying to capture a much more broad audience. You know, there's a much older demographic. I think we caught as many of those people as we could, whether they'll come with us or not. But at the same time, we've sort of established a show that can be watched by the whole family, and so I don't think we want to lose that aspect of it. But I do think there's going to be a lot more nerdy stuff.
I mean, more of a shared universe.
I mean, I don't know if there'll be a shared universe at all. I can't really speak to that. But for us, you know, I think the tone is gonna shift a little bit to more of that kind of, a little more stylistically, maybe. I don't know. Well, I'm sure we'll still be earnest as we always are, but I think they'll embrace the youthfulness of the show a little bit more. Ha! Winn is obsessed with Superman. Like, so when he meets Superman, it is literally like meeting God. I mean, he wants everything. I don't know if you saw the Flash episode last year when he got super like fangirly over the Flash. It's like that times 10. So much of the first couple episodes is just Winn, just like just gaga and like just excited to be there, and so they get to have some really cool interactions. So I'm excited about that. And Tyler's super cool. So I like your lanyard. It's great. I mean, it's you get to have a sense of humor. You kind of get to be like the funny guy that kind of breaks everything up. You know, they've really started at the beginning of season 2, like really having Winn like open a lot of scenes with a joke, almost kind of a thing, to kind of like the show is kind of lightened up a little bit, and I feel like a lot of it has to do with my character, which is really exciting. And there's a lot of serious faces going around, so it's kind of nice to be the funny, fun guy. And then at the same time, you know, there's some depth as well, and some pretty heavy stuff that he gets to explore along the way. If they did it right, yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know, but there's always been rumors of that, since there's, you know, Greg Berlanti, who's kind of the guy that started all these shows, is a massive musical theater fan. So every show has somebody that's a singer on it. And, you know, our show has a bunch of them, and like Flash has a bunch. So it's definitely in the realm of possibility.
You know?
Oh, it's just been awesome. I mean, and I had no idea just how much people loved the character. So what was nice in the signings is that today was that people were just coming up saying, thank you for bringing him to life. You know, it's almost like some people were just like geeking out when he was revealed as the Martian Manhunter. So for me, I can feel that. So it's nice that I get to play such a loved character, and I'm just looking forward to fleshing him out and putting him in different situations. Yeah, and I have to say, there's a little bit of tension. So it's particularly in the first 2 episodes, you kind of you get a little backstory of how these 2 guys maybe don't always get along or see eye to eye, but I'm just looking forward to playing with Tyler. I think he's such a cool guy, and you know, I think he's going to look great in that suit. So, and as I said, as a geek kid, for me to be acting with Superman, it's just going to be awesome. So, I'm very excited about it. Favorite stunts? Oh, the whole the Dean Cain fight
in the episode Manhunter was pretty cool. That whole episode was great. Just revealing how he became Hank Henshaw was really cool. Yeah, and having a rolling fight with Dean Cain was pretty cool. I hope so, but I also think there's going to be some lighter moments, and I know that Jeremy Jordan, who you might have spoken to, he comes to work at the DEO, and he's such a great guy and so funny. So I think there's going to be finally some light relief and some comedy in the DEO. So I'm kind of looking forward to some laughter, but I think hopefully we'll make, retain some of those moments that are quite emotional and quite deep. And it's nice that even though it's a comic book, we can still tell some of those more emotional stories and retain the audience. So yeah, looking forward to that. Yeah, it kind of slipped in a little bit. We were all like really surprised by that. We didn't know that was going to happen, but that's also we're all kind of looking forward to seeing Dean Cain again. I mean, he's such a great guy to have around. So Project Cadmus is off the chain dark. So I'm looking forward to having some serious bad guys coming out of there. And I won't give too much away, but there's some major surprises coming out of Project Cadmus. Major surprises.
I don't actually know the answer to the shared universes part of it. Supergirl's in a slightly different universe than Arrow and Flash, which we tackled in the crossover last year, but we are doing a massive crossover this year with all 4 of the shows. That'll be a lot of fun. And enormous headaches to our production and writing staffs, but for the fans, and we are fans, so it'll be fun. I don't believe so. I think, obviously we have a ton of respect for Linda as Wonder Woman, as the sort of the most successful female hero to date, superhero, and so we wanted to pay homage to that. But she's playing a different character. Yeah, no, I think we're going to have a lot of fun surprises. I think, that we are really excited about who's in the pod, which was the big cliffhanger of season 1. I think people are going to be excited about that. And what's exciting is, once you know who it is, then there's a question of, is this person, telling the truth? Are they who they say they are? Are they good? Are they bad? And the relationship that develops with Kara is really exciting to us. And then obviously having Tyler as Superman and Clark Kent is going to be a lot of fun too. What's hard is what people want, and what we want to give them is the leads of all the shows and scenes together. But I can't. Grant, Steven, Melissa, they work so hard, and they work almost every day. So any day that Grant was on Flash was a day that any day that Grant was on Supergirl was a day that he couldn't be on Flash. And so that's one of those repercussions that I don't think people think about. And luckily we have such a deep bench of talent on all the shows that we can kind of create stuff for other people to do. But I think that's one of the hardest things. And then this year it'll be easier because Supergirl's going to be filming up in Vancouver, so everyone will be a little bit closer. Because that was also getting Grant down to LA meant you miss extra days. But just the logistics of it, if you think about how hard it is for you and 3 of your friends to decide where to eat dinner, what time, agree to that and show up on time, then imagine that with a ton of actors and set pieces, and you can begin to see the trauma of scheduling these things. Yeah, look, first of all, Callista's amazing. I love Cat Grant. Every scene she's in, for me, is so much fun. And so she's going to be there. I think Kara has a different day job this year, a different title, and so she's not Cat's assistant, which means she's not going to be with Cat every day. And so I think you'll see Cat in an appropriate amount. And also, we like it when our characters are affected by each other. And so Cat was really affected by this last season with Supergirl, and I think it inspired her in a lot of ways. So we're going to see that. But Calista will still be there, and we'll still have the best lines on television. The season begins with her figuring out what she wants to do, and Kat challenging her to really figure out not just what's a smart choice, but what she can be deeply passionate about. And I think that ultimately what Kara's really passionate about is helping people and understanding people. And so I think that'll play into ultimately the decisions that she makes. We wanted to make sure that Supergirl established herself. Supergirl was not a consolation prize for not being able to do a Superman show. Like, we wanted to do Supergirl. And so we really wanted her to find her footing and for audiences to get to know her. But at the same time, part of what we do at the show is we have we have action, we have comedy, we have drama, but it's a family show. And it's the family that you have and it's the family that you choose. And Clark is the only family that she has, now that Laura Benanti is a big Broadway star. So, for us, it's a way to get to know Kara better. And then it's just going to be great fun because Tyler's amazing. So.
Okay, Anya, what happened when you met Jeremy Jordan?
He complimented my lanyard, and then he said I was sweet when I took a picture with him because I said I was a big fan. And then a few minutes later, I met Melissa, and she was on Glee too, and then she's also Supergirl. And I love them. My life is complete.